Hello, so I'm going to try and explain to you how to use your pattern using the cut and fold method. Okay, so what you need is your pattern, a book to fit your pattern. So on the top of the pattern you will see a box and it will tell you how many pages or folds. Most of my patterns work in folds. You need to double the fold number to get your page number. So for this one I need 333 pages. So with a hardback book, just have a look and make sure that the spine is nicely intact just here. This bit will be open anyway, that's normal, but as long as it's joined on each side, top and bottom, that'll be a good strong book to use. So this book is 360, I think, yeah, 360 pages, so that's just very slightly bigger. So I've centralised my pattern and started it just a few pages in, so I will have a few pages left at the end. Now the next thing that you need, you've got your pattern, you've got your book, you need a sharp pair of scissors, a pencil and a ruler to measure centimetres and millimetres, and I use a couple of bulldog clips so that when I open the book it weights it down and stops it lifting up and down on me. I also use a piece of soft elastic and a safety pin. You see the safety pin? Which I put over the book cover and put my pages that I've worked on under that elastic. Now that's nice and soft, so it's not digging in the pages to spoil the folds. When you start, you need to look at your book as if you're going to read it. Then you want the spine at the back of where you're working. Okay, open the book. Now I've already started this one and I've marked the page when I left it that I'm on 57. So if I find 57 on the pattern, now this will be back to front, but you can see all these numbers here. Now along 57 you've got two lines of numbers. Each one of those is a measurement in centimetres and millimetres. So because I've already started this as a combination pattern, which is where we fold the top and bottom, I shall continue to do that. And I think because you've bought the butterfly lace, that always looks the prettiest way to do it. So we put the ruler across about a centimetre from the edge of the book. Put your 0 on one end, on that far end, get it as straight as you think it could be, and then following the pattern, my first mark is 3.8, so it's 3.8, just put a light mark, 4.1, 4.4 and 4.9, 5.9, 6.3, so we'll go 5.9, 6.3, 6.7, 6.9, 7.3, 8.3, so we want 7.3, 8.3, 8.6, 9.8, 10.2, 10.4, 11.2, 11.6, 12, 13.1, 12, 13.1, 13.7, 14.5, 13.7, 14.5, 14.9, and lastly 15.5. Now, if I move my ruler now, you can probably see if I move this, let me see if I can do it. Ooh, see lots of pencil marks, and they're all the measurements that we need. So the very first measurement that we have at the top of the book needs to be folded at 90 degrees to that mark, that first mark, and press it down. Now, the other thing that you could use is a bone creaser, paper creaser. You can buy these in Hobbycraft, £2 for 2 they used to be, so hopefully you'll be able to get those. If not, the back of a teaspoon or an old store card will work well. So what you do once you've creased it is just press gently but firmly across that crease. Now at the other end, the bottom of the book, you need to do exactly the same. So at 90 degrees along that bottom line, press it with the finger and then crease over with the paper creaser spoon or what did I say to use? A store card. That's it. So now what you need to do is about 1 centimetre in, which is where these marks are, is to mark. Now you can, if you want to, as a beginner, this is probably a good thing to do. Mark 1 centimetre on the top and 1 centimetre at the bottom. Join those up just with a very light pencil mark line down. We've folded the top one, we've folded the bottom one, and now we're going to go for the cuts. So you want to go 1 centimetre in or 2 centimetres, it doesn't matter, as long as it's consistent throughout the whole pattern. And we just make light cuts, so you can see they're just going, can you see? Those cuts are just going to that light pencil line. So we do that all the way along for every single mark that we have put from the measurements. Sometimes you might find that they're only 1 millimetre apart, so just take great care when cutting and folding the millimetres. They easily tear off if you're a little bit heavy-handed. Okay, so the first tab we have, fold it inwards. Miss one, the next one, fold it inwards. Miss one, the next one, fold in. So basically we're just doing every other one all the way along. Okay, so every other one is now a tab. Okay. So then what I do is I put my ruler over, turn it over, and just give it an extra careful press. That page is now done. And that's all there is to it. You do that on every page throughout the pattern. Now, once you get a little more confident, what you can do is miss out the pencil marks and go straight for the knife. Okay, so I've got a board here with centimetre squares. So I line up my page along one of the lines. I line up my ruler along the 1 centimetre in. Now, we're on 59 now. So the first measurement and the last measurement is in pencil mark because we're going to fold those down. So that's 3.8. Oh gosh, start on the 0. Let's move the ruler, get that back in line. Okay, so that's 3.8. And the last one is 15.5. Okay, so don't cut those at all. Now I've got a craft knife here with a sharp blade. What you can do, it is quite a fine blade, it's not a Stanley knife. So we can go straight for those numbers with the knife. 4.2, 4.3. Now that's only a millimetre away. 4.2, 4.3. So you just need to be careful. 5, 4, 6, 1. So we can go 5, 4, 6, 1. 6, 2, 7, 3. Another one that's only a millimetre apart. 6, 2, 7, 3. 8, 3, 8, 6. 8, 3, 8, 6. 9, 8, 10, 1. I'm just going to speed up a little bit now so you're not listening to my boring voice. 10, 7, 11, 1. 11, 6, 12, 1. 13, 2, 8. 13, 2. 13, 8. 14, 5 and 14, 8. 14, 8. Okay, so we'll put the knife down and then using the paper creaser, I can go through, to the first tab and just lift it up. Third tab, lift it up. Fifth tab, lift it up. Okay, so carry on doing that all the way along with every other tab, leaving your ruler in place. We notice that we haven't moved the ruler for the measurements. We're just leaving the ruler in one place and measuring them as they state on the pattern and see them on the ruler. Now slide the ruler under the tabs and flip it over. Push it back a little way just so that you can get the paper creaser in. Now holding the ruler firm, give it a press down. Then we can fold the corners 90 degrees up to that measurement and crease, 90 degrees up to that measurement and crease. And to get your 90-degree line, you can use the text to help you keep that nice and straight. So that's the second way of doing it. So we can carefully put that under the elastic and go on to the next page. I don't mark every page. I mark the corner of with the number of the line that I'm on the pattern. If I'm going to leave it, or every 5 pages or so, so that if I get distracted, I haven't got far to go back to correct myself and get in the right place again. Well, I hope that helps, and it's not too boring and difficult, but if you've got any questions, do get in touch with me.